Welcome to episode 11 of Get Your Buzz On with guest Victoria Hahn, sponsored by Bundle B Insurance. We have a special guest. You want to introduce yourself, Samantha?
Samantha Nicole. I own Your New Image Boutique and Spa here in El Paso, Texas. Good morning.
Yay. Good morning. Good morning. You look fantastic.
You look great too. I was like, you're
Thank you,
also.
love. I was like, at least I get a reason to wear makeup today.
Yeah, I think it feels great, right? And you like enjoy, like rejoice in like getting ready and feeling great. I've been trying to do this like every day because if I wear pajamas or like just loungewear, it brings my energy a little bit down.
That's how it is with me. I feel like a troll, and then I like don't feel like you feel the way you look, and so if I don't like put a little bit of effort in what I wear, then it's kind of like meh. Kind of my
Yeah.
day that starts off the day at the wrong foot.
No, my honey was like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "No." Oh, okay.
You're like, I'm just here with you. We have a date night here, so.
I'm feeling great.
So how have you been doing during this time? Because I know that you guys haven't been able to open your salon, or how has that been going?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's all a little bit so sad. The industry itself is not moving. So I think that it's very sad. I saw a lot of salons yesterday doing GoFundMe's to like pay for their actual rent through this. And we haven't done that yet, or we haven't thought about doing it. So I think that it's actually, to me, it was very, very sad. It brought tears to my eyes yesterday because um, as a salon owner, you have either commission stylist or you have rental stylist. And if you cannot afford to pay your rent or mortgage, I mean, it's sad. And I feel like that for a lot of businesses, this is happening too. But it's just
Yeah.
so sad because it is our industry, and it's horrible to be in this position. And I'm married to a very smart lady, so she's like, even the wisest people have probably 2 months saved, but if this is going to go on till May or June, nobody has that much money or amount just laying around to pay their mortgage.
Yeah. No, it's true.
So it's devastating. I have stylists personally who, are single mothers, who have tiny children, and it's very sad. What I'm trying to do a little bit different with our team is that if somebody buys something or there's an extra purchase after the bills get paid, I'm sending the stylist a little bit of, $10, $20 here and there. And it's not a lot of money, but it's something to know that their salon owner is definitely thinking about them. And
Yeah.
we want them to want to come back because a lot of salon owners are going back with the idea of not knowing if they're going to even have stylists when they get back, and that's scary. It's a very,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, especially well, like you, for example, you just expanded and just did the spa side. So I'm sure you're just like, we just got done doing all these things, and then you had to completely stop everything.
yeah, we had to really stop. And for me, it's not that I think that I'm worried about like the spa side or anything. I think I'm just entirely worried in general. I
Yeah.
think it's so alarming in every perspective in the business. Whether we
Oh,
expect
for sure.
it, I'm worried about, I mean, how it's going to impact as we even go back. Um,
Yeah.
we've definitely been blessed though. We created color kits. We created facial kits, at home spa kits. And so that's been very moving. And I sell and create our own jewelry. Not everything's designed by me, but manufactured out of El Paso. So everything's been shipping and everything's
Oh,
coming.
that's cool.
Yeah, so a lot of people have been purchasing a lot of our boutique items and our jewelry. So I think right now you need to be honest with yourself. You need to talk to your clients and ask them to purchase, like, hey, we are going to have a rough time. We're experiencing some hardship because we are,
Yeah.
and we want to come back um, with somewhere to come home to. So
Yeah.
I think honesty is going to be something that everybody's going and take their pride away. I think it's really hard to say, "Hey, can you please help me? Can you please purchase?"
Yeah.
I think that's something hard for everybody to do, or for some people. And I think you're going to have to find it within yourself to say, "Hey, you know what? Help, and please, and I'll remember your generous time, even if it's $20 to $10 or whatever. I'll remember that you purchased something, and thank you for taking care of me through this time."
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think that's cool. And I think also on a greater side note, we have learned that um, the color kits is something that I feel like the salon needed.
Yeah.
I think that that is a blessing through this whole COVID 19 deal. I feel like we have learned that not everybody needs to do their retouch inside the salon every month.
Hmm.
I think you come in because you want to get a blow dry and you want to get shampooed. So let's say a month
Yeah.
you're busy and you just say, "Hey, I really need my roots done, but I don't have time to go in." Now the salon has created this um, choice to say, "Hey, I want a color kit and I can do my retouch at home." And then in a couple of months, I'll come in to do my highlights. And I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. You know, solutions for everyone. And no one ever has to pick Target anymore. No one has to pick Rite Aid or Walgreens or,
Yeah. How
you know,
difficult is it to do like the at-home kits and everything?
it's super easy.
Really? Because I actually need to do that, as you can tell.
No, it's super easy. A lot of my clients thought that it was going to be hard. We do have virtual appointments set up too. So from Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5. And anyone wants to make an appointment to learn how to cut their bangs or learn how to put color on their head or hair, we help them. But it's very, very simple. It's just applying it to your roots and getting it through. And I did it on myself, and I hadn't done my hair on myself for the past, I would say, 5 years. I've had all like one of my stylists doing it,
Yeah.
um, but it's super easy. And now that's what I'm saying. Like I think it's a solution, and people are
Yeah.
like, "Holy heck! Like this is super easy." Maybe I do my retouches at home, and I come in and do balayage and highlights with you, which I think is
Yeah.
awesome. It's a win-win for both of us.
So how much do they run your at-home kits if anyone's interested in purchasing?
45 is the starting price, and of course, if you have thicker, longer hair, we will work out something with you directly. But 45 is our number, and it comes with a very great treatment. We have top of the line products. We use Goldwell, Aveda, and we use Orbe for treatments, and these are top of the line hair color lines. And for $45, you're like, this is amazing. You're getting high end product for a great price.
That's awesome. I can't wait to try that. I'm definitely gonna have to order that because my grays are coming in really hot and heavy right now. And I wanted to say too, you do customized jewelry because I ordered a necklace from you that says Queen BTX, and so I wanted to let people know too if they want their name or whatever custom jewelry, you are able to do that. Or am I wrong? Of
No,
like,
they can definitely do that. We do have people who, on a regular basis, order like their children's names, or everybody's really into creating like a blog or um, podcasting or anything, so they want to put their brand name. So I think that is awesome too, and people are able to have those created. I also had people who we've been ordering jackets for them and creating like their name in the back of their jackets.
oh,
So
that's
that,
a great idea.
yeah, I mean, I think for me, I did the She Styles one, my podcast, and one for Your New Image when I just opened Your New Image 5 years ago. And people would stop me and say, "Oh, Your New Image? What does that mean?" Or.
Yeah,
So that
you're
was,
branding your product.
yeah, you're branding your product for sure. So I think that's really cool. And I think right now I feel like a lot of our time is being spent on things that I felt like I didn't have time for before. And I'll make time for when I'll go back. You know?
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
I think that's important. How do you feel about that?
I completely agree. I think right now I've been focusing more. I mean, we're able to still be open, thank God, because we do insurance. But I do think that it's kind of shift my focus to really focus on different marketing ways of like social media or like Photoshop or branding in ways that I hadn't been doing it before as much because I hadn't had time. And so like now I've been really focusing on like YouTube and on just building more of the brand awareness so people can understand what our brand represents and what we do. It's not just insurance. And so I think that has definitely helped to give us more time to focus on that. And I think we've been getting, some really good response because people are home. And so they're like, well, I might as well check my rates since I'm home right now.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I don't know what I did with all my time before, you know?
Yeah.
So now I feel like I'm putting so much into what I lacked. And now I'm like, okay, when I get back, I need to not lack on these things. I need to be better at it because I'm seeing it benefit me now. So,
Yeah, for sure.
so we got to work on ourselves too, As boss babes, we got to make sure that we're taking care of our business all around and you're not just, paying people just to be busy. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. And I think too, you start looking at, okay, what's worth it and what's not too. And you start, kind of trimming the fat a little bit too.
True. Yeah. And then you think, how do you, for me, what I would love to teach others, business owners or maybe salon owners or anybody willing to listen, right? Is like, you never want to be in this position again. Maybe we'll never
Right.
have a, you know, but how do you make sure you're okay through this? And for me, the color kit's it's not gonna pay my rent, right? But
Yeah.
going to help me make sure that this money I can put into a savings in the next 6 months and I can keep saving it. And this will help us in the future to ever have like a more, legitimate savings account because you never know. I mean, I think you need to have as a business owner now through this, you probably have to have 2 years worth of savings to get by.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, for sure. Have you looked at like the small business loans or anything like that that they've been doing right now with the government and everything?
Yeah, that's a really great question because the economic hardship is something that we applied for. The employee one we did not qualify for because they do not pay employees monthly at a high amount.
Oh, I
So
gotcha.
that stinks because somebody who has small business who's been doing this for 5 years, um, if I would have known, and nobody knows, right?
Yeah.
I could have put myself on a payroll. I could have put, I don't know. I mean, who knows? I just think that when you're small business, you're just growing and you're learning
Yeah.
as so it really stinks that the government didn't put out something a little bit better for somebody who is small business because we have put in a lot of cash flow into it, um, but not the amount that we can now apply for this loan because we didn't qualify for that. And we're waiting for the SBA, the economic relief anybody can apply for. So we applied for that one,
Yeah.
and then the $10,000 we applied for that one too. And I think that every business owner should, but the employee one is something that I think the government is even going back and trying to see what they can do a little bit differently.
Oh, for sure, because they're not able to work, so it's hard for them not to be able to do anything. But I do have to give you a lot of credit because a lot during like the hard times, I feel like you really see people that become more innovative in things that they're doing. So instead of you just saying, well, I can't really do anything, I have to give it to you that you're like, we got to start thinking about different things like kids, jewelry, what else can we sell and what else can we do?
Yeah, I think that you're right, but I think because I'm the owner, right? And
Yeah,
I and you too, I feel like you're being creative in a time because you're the leader in your place and the podcast and the brand. So I mean, I think you have to be the leader when you're have a salon and you have people under you and you just kind of have to figure it out with them.
yeah. No, that's very true. You can't just sit home and just not do anything. And the thing is, too, this epidemic, no one was prepared for. No one knew what was going to happen. And I think that you turn on the news, you hear about it, like you're constantly hearing about it. And sometimes people need that distraction of the obvious of what's going on. And I think, doing their hair, doing things that make them feel good, shopping. I know my carts are always full on Amazon and everything with what we're getting. So I think it's a great thing to do like some self-care, especially during this time.
Yeah, I think it's super important too. I have like an intense schedule. So like on Mondays I'm off and Sundays I'm with like mentally and with my family. So I even schedule time to like cry, I schedule time to like, oh my God, this is a wreck. Like how are we gonna get through it? Because we're all normal, right?
Yeah,
So
of course.
I even schedule those times so I can feel like, okay, honey, like this really stinks. Like how are we gonna get through it? And it's just prayer, a lot of manifesting, a lot of saying, hey, we're healthy, we're okay. Um, we have food on the table. Nobody's
Yeah.
sick. Like a lot of that has really helped us get through too.
Yeah.
So mindset is super important.
And is your wife still working as well?
She's still working. She's working from
Oh,
home.
that's good.
Yes, and we have a teenager who is doing his schoolwork, which he absolutely hates so much. He's like
Oh,
ready for this to be totally over and him go back to school. But we also said right now it's like, a lot of people have so if you're able to work and you're able to like push your payments, this is like a really good business tip. And for kids in school, right now is
yeah.
the easiest time to catch up with bills because people are letting you like pay your electric a little bit later and your water. So catch up on other bills and credit cards that you can. That's a good business tip. Another one is for teenagers is that right now if you were lacking in any grades or slow like your grades were not the best, right now this is the easiest time to turn in really great work to get your average up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because people don't think about it. People are like, "Oh my God, I'm freaking out. I'm like, my bills, my bills, my bills." And I was like, "Oh, okay, hey, you know what? Right now, our employees aren't working, so there's not a lot of work. We're still sending them. We're giving them work online. If they want to work, there's work for them to do. Um, but it's not like hours that we were paying before. So anything a
Yeah.
little had saved, I'm like paying down some other stuff. So
Yeah.
you got to be smart too. You can't just be staying back and saying, "Hey, well, I'll pay that later. I'll catch up with that later." If you can, catch up with your bills and get it over with.
Well, and I think right now, I think you realize too what's necessity and what's not, I think that sometimes we I think you just see like all the social media and stuff and you want all these things and then during this time right now you start realizing, well, I really didn't need all that stuff.
Yeah, and then I mean, like on a side note, like a little funny thing is that you don't really know how much your spouses are how many packages come in on a regular basis. So with my honey, I'm like looking at the door. I'm like, Amazon, what is Amazon doing here again? But it's funny, but it's you're a lot of perspective is happening right now.
Oh
So
yeah.
I like it. I like it.
What are some of the hobbies you're doing right now to kind of stay busy or to keep your mind off of everything?
Blogging for sure is my number one. I wake up in the morning, I drink coffee by 7 a.m. and I'm like writing on my blogs. So writing is definitely a way for me to vent out what I'm feeling. And yoga and working out. Those are the two hobbies that are new for me. And TikTok is kind of TikTok be a hobby?
TikTok is fun. I love it. I love it. It makes me laugh. I think everyone's videos are hilarious. I even like when I had first started it, trying to get out of that embarrassment phase of like, oh, I'm gonna look like an idiot. But now, I pretty much feel like a stripper that dances for business. So I'm just like, hey, whatever gets the business in, I'll do it.
Yeah, and for me, I think Instagram's a hobby for me too. But when I feel connected, I feel better. And I think it's because I'm also an extrovert. I need
Yeah,
I feed off of people's energy. So, I mean, I love it. I really love my job. So I think that's what I need to really apply when I get back because I used to hire people to do some of these things like,
yeah,
Instagram engagement or whatever. And, I'm like, hold on, I'm doing it. I have time for it. We need to make sure that when I go back, I actually make time to do it
yeah.
properly.
Well, the
Hmm.
social media in itself is like another job in itself. People don't realize like pushing the content all the time. It takes a lot of time and effort into constantly posting stuff.
Yeah, I think if you like it, right? If you like it, I think that it doesn't feel as much work, but you have to be posting things like you like. Does it
Yeah,
make sense?
I
Because I
agree.
mean, before I used to schedule Wednesdays to go out and do like content, which was fun, but now I think also too is that I'm hoping that every business now will remember this moment because we have been buying. Okay, so my rule of thumb is that we're asking people to buy some stuff from us.
Yeah,
We're put money back into the economy, right? That's
right,
like super important for me. We're math people, and the only way for everybody to get out of this is if we continue to help others. So we put $10 a day into the economy. So that means purchasing food from every local person or buying my eye cream from a local person or my cream or whatever we're using, right?
right.
Um, but there's so many really good deals right now that I'm hoping that when we go back, businesses will say, hey, like we were able to do this for our people, like our color kits, that
Yeah.
they'll tune in and do the same thing and remember, hey, like we gotta ease up on our pricing because people will spend more with us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Because
Yeah.
they'll be ready to come and spend and do their hair and everything, but they'll be able to have that money to go out there and spend it.
Well, that the owners will keep their pricing the same. I
Yeah,
think because I think that's great. I mean, people will choose them if it's at a great price. I feel like
I think so too.
don't be too prideful. I feel like sometimes people get a little prideful in pricing that we need to remember that everyone's human and we're not going to be the Bill Gates anytime soon.
Yeah, I would like to be.
I mean, I would love to be, but I don't know if how do you think Bill Gates got there? By building stones, right? And bridges and
Yeah.
like, they didn't climb up to he didn't climb up to a castle immediately. So we have to remember that.
Well, and I think if you keep pricing at a certain point too, you might entice people that might not have gone to your salon before to check it out.
That's true too. We've had a lot of people reach out to us. I think we're very blessed. I keep praying over our salon and God keeps sending people and I think I think it has to do with character too and I think the way that you speak to people and the way
Yeah.
I think you have to be a kind person for people to want to come in. So, um all I hope for your new image is that we come out of this strong and that all of our stylists come back and they understand that we're taking care of their home while they're away, and trying to
Yeah.
figure out them, and that our clients were constantly thinking about them. My rule of thumb is, hopefully we're treating everybody else very well.
Oh, for sure. Have you been in touch with a lot of your clients still?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I talk to my clients on a daily basis. I think that's what's so funny about this is that um, I think that I've always been really good at communicating with them. So when shit hit the fan, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the truth.
um, they were so like, "Oh my God, how are you doing? How can I help you? Can I pick up color kits? What can I do to, instead of doing a beauty membership, what can I do?" So a lot of them from a beauty membership, instead of coming in for their hair, they're getting their beauty membership in kits now. So I'm still making like my appointment purchases,
I
which is
gotcha.
so awesome and again grateful for the ability to have that option for them and they're willing and wanting to do that and they're actually just picking up from my house now which I think is awesome too and
Yeah.
it feels great to be honest. It really feels great to be living this life at this moment and I can't wait to get back into the salon.
Oh, what are your stylists saying?
A lot of them, they're worried, but I think because they're able to get unemployment, they feel a little bit at ease. A lot
Yeah.
of not chose they haven't chose to do color kits or whatever. We have a lash tech who who I'm worried about because she does lashes, and the only way for her to do lashes is for someone to put like to apply them on her, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But she also has tons of clients and she communicates so well. So I think that when we get back in, her clients will go right back with her. And, you know, so everybody's a little bit different. Everybody is, some people are relaxing and choosing just to relax and they're not worried. And some people are ready to come back in as quick as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're
I'm like,
good.
I'd go stir crazy.
Yeah, you know, they're stir crazy. And maybe I have a couple of stylist friends who are in the community who are a little bit older. They're in their 60s, 65. And they said that this is like, it's going to send them off into retirement. Like they don't need to come back. They're going to choose just to stay home. They've
Yeah,
done their airtime. But these stylists, I've known them since 2008 when the recession hit.
yeah.
So they just don't want to have to go through that again, you know?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Hmm.
So, so what advice do you have for other salon owners out there?
I think that they need to communicate very well with their team and say exactly how I feel. I've had a lot of stylists and salon owners reach out to me and ask me if I'm personally charging our stylist rent at the moment, because every salon owner's their biggest worry is how to pay rent, and
Right.
they want their stylist to pay rent because they owe rent, and I can respect that opinion, but and everybody has to do their own things. But I've had a lot of stylists ask me if I'm charging my stylist rent. We are not. Um, we just don't feel we're not trying to get. We want our team to want to come back. If we
Yeah,
make rent, they're gonna feel like they want to find another salon home. So every
yeah,
salon needs to think really clearly about what direction they want to go in and make the best choice for themselves, and they have to speak to their team clearly exactly what they need because we all need something. So instead of saying, "Hey, these are the rules, these are what we're doing," I messaged all my team and said, "How can I support you through this time? If you feel like you need me to support
yeah,
you in a certain way, please let me know and I can." You know, because it's all about communication. You can't just be, "I'm the boss,"
yeah,
but I respect every salon owner's decision to choose what they need to choose because I'm in the same
eh,
position and I understand and worry just like they are worrying, you know?
yeah,
What I have asked,
yeah, for sure. And it's all about communicating for a second, but communicating with your employees. And I think that that's the best way to do it. That you're saying that you're asking them what's going to help you out, what's going to be, what the proactive thing is to do.
yeah, I have, like I told you, I have a salon stylist who her wife is creating jackets and putting the names. So I said, okay. And she's like, can you promote it for me? And I said, absolutely. Like, I'll promote it for you. Like, they're going to try to figure out whatever they can do to bring income in. And I'm going to do whatever I can as, you know, as a community leader, I feel, because I feel like I have grown my name in our community and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to help our community grow. And this is all businesses, right? Like we all have to help each other, including your
Oh,
small business
for sure.
salon. So I think salon owners have to really dig deep and think, hey, like we're all going through this. How do we help our stylists too? And if there's anything that we can create for them, we should, you know?
And where can people find you on social media and on Instagram and see all your products that you're selling right now?
Your new image. So it's at URNEWIMAGE at, and then this is on Instagram, and this is 915 Your New Image on Facebook, and everywhere else you can just Google Your New Image and you'll find out every social feed we are on.
That's awesome. And that way people can get a hold of you if they're like me that need to get the roots done or anything like that. They
Sure.
can definitely do that.
Yes, 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 yes. We will have every beauty thing that they could possibly need. We're here for them.
Oh, well, what are your plans for Easter? I know it doesn't feel like it this year, but
I think that we're going to buy burgers. I think that's what me and my honey were saying yesterday. They wanted to buy burgers and cook out. And I'm definitely going to put a dress on. I'm a jean kind of person, but I feel
yeah.
getting dressed up every day that I probably want to put on a dress or a skirt. for the day.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
Yeah, and just prance around and just relax, watch church abundant. You know, it's our church. We'll watch it in the morning and just hang out with the family. Tomorrow we have to create an activity for our teenager because the school gave him the day off and we have to do a family activity as a like a school project.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
yeah, so we're gonna figure out something.
Like we'll figure out something to keep him busy. Has it been hard with him being a teenager, with him not seeing his friends and everything?
Well, he has social time upstairs with like his Xbox and whatever technology he has because I don't even know.
Oh, that's good.
um, but he's socializing. I think it's hard because he's a teenager, so he's like going
Yeah.
through stuff, and so I'm like, "Come, let's skateboard," and he's like, "Not today." I'm like, "Oh, like you don't hang out?" He's like, "Nah, not today." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Well, you can't be upstairs all day, you know." So we do make him come downstairs and just kind of collect. But I mean, it could be worse. I could have a 3 year right now,
That's
and
me.
you have a 3 year old.
3 and a 9-month-old.
Oh my god! So how are you surviving? Because I keep watching these memes. It's crazy.
It is like I feel like a zookeeper, a chef, a guidance counselor. God only knows what else, but yeah, it's crazy because you have to keep them entertained 24/7. And he was going to school and he loves school, but he's just not understanding why and he's like the kid that like my oldest, he likes to be everywhere. He always has an activity or something to do. So now every time I leave the house, I feel bad because I have to literally sneak out the house so he doesn't hear me because he literally throws himself on the door and he's like, "Why aren't you taking me to school?" And he just doesn't understand what's going on. So that has definitely been crazy.
Oh, poor baby. Well, I mean, such a blessing to have little ones, you know, too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they're never going to have this time again with you. And, you know, and I think that's something that we all have to think about. We're never going to ever, I don't think that we'll ever go through another pandemic ever again. Well, maybe
Yeah.
not in our adult life or maybe our grandchildren's. But I think that this is a time where we have to really enjoy the togetherness as a family
Yeah, for sure.
and get creative. Yesterday we made coconut tea in the kitchen, which I thought was crazy. We didn't even know how we made it. I was like, this whole time we had coconut tea. So I mean, we're just we're just having a good time. We're never gonna have the
Yeah.
same again. So you might as well do it.
Might as well just like being together. So,
It would be a cool thing for you to try with your children. Shaving cream on the floor and have them play in it.
oh, that's a good idea.
Record
I
it,
should
and then
try
they'll be
that.
super tired of that.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna actually do that for them so they can like make messes and have fun.
And then afterwards you're like, okay, movie time, go to bed. It's
I
mine.
well I well it's funny because they get me up, me and my husband up at about 5 in the morning. So and my friends laugh because they go to bed so early, but I'm like, listen, I don't feel bad at all. When they get you up at 5 in the morning, it's all day long.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel bad either. I mean, I think that we all do things differently, right? We go to
Yeah,
bed.
exactly.
We're going to bed by 9. My son is up by 8:30, or I'm trying to get him up. I have to like say 3 times, please come downstairs. I'm not kidding. Please come downstairs now. You know.
Yeah.
um, but sure enough, yeah, by 9 o'clock, I'm like, okay, turn everything off. Like we're going to bed. It's like the same schedule because I don't want this to end in June or whatever
Yeah.
when it ends, and then we cannot go to bed or wake up. You know?
Yeah. That's true. You got to stick to that sleep routine and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think.
Well, thank you for having me on. This was so much fun.
Thank you for being on. I can't wait to be back into the salon, but I really appreciate you being on the show. This is episode 11 of Get Your Buzz On, and I'm going to actually post all the information on my social media. This will be on YouTube and everything, so that way people can purchase kits, jewelry, or whatever else they need.
Awesome. Okay, and will this be shared on Instagram story?
Story, my Instagram page, the Facebook, everything. You name it. I'll put it all over.
This is so cool. Okay, awesome. Super
Thank
excited.
you, love.
Thank you for having me. I feel honored to be on your show.
Oh, I'm so glad, and I can't wait. And I hope I'm praying for you, and I'm hoping that everything will turn out great.
Oh, I'm praying for you too. But you have, I'll talk to you soon. Me and you
Yeah.
text. I'll see you later, girl.
Bye, hot mama.
Bye.